gets in, Robson gets it away, here's Giggs, Hughes up ahead of him, some terrific movement by both sides, and Hughes, the flag stays down. Mark Hughes now for Manchester United, a goal! Stewart getting it away. Robson tangling with Samways. Samways the guilty man, so the linesman said, but the referee gave it the other way, and suddenly Naeem's in the clear. Now can he finish it off? He's got Lineker. Saved! Dury! 1-1. Good work by Pallister. Until he's brought down by Stewart, being called. Now Stewart's already been booked. He's already got a yellow card. Now, will this be a red card now for Paul Stewart? It's a red card for Paul Stewart, sent off. Well, if you look at that, he hardly touched Pallister. Leighton Blackmore. Cut on by Robson! Brian Robson heads in what could well be the winner.
Leeds haven't conceded a goal in their last 5 games. They survived another hour intact at Norwich yesterday before Dale Gordon brought the run to an end. Gordon triggering a goal rush in the last half hour. Strike of the day from Leeds number 3, Tony DeRigo. Speared into the top corner at top speed. Leeds unbeaten and confident enough to be thinking about going on to win the game. In the 72nd minute, Gary Speed suddenly found himself onside and on his own, and had enough about him to seize the opportunity expertly. Leeds within sight of victory. But Norwich are finding their feet slowly, and when Sterland tripped over his, Leeds were caught flat-footed. Gordon gobbled up his second goal from close in to square it with 16 minutes to spare.
George Graham's £2.5 million outlay on Ian Wright's been repaid to the tune of 4 goals in 2 games, plus an assist, which helped David Rocastle continue his rehabilitation down at Southampton and set Arsenal on the way to a convincing victory. Wright couldn't have settled any quicker. The Southampton defence couldn't have been kinder. Inviting him to a yawning space, he queued up his first and fired it into the corner pocket. Soon afterwards, Alan Smith caught them square again, and Wright caught them cold. Never really any doubt who had their angles correct. Neat little side foot for number 2. Arsenal have now scored 19 goals in their last 4 matches. Alan Smith once again contrived to set up Wright for his hat-trick. We're still in the early stages of the title race, but the champions are beginning to gather points.
Jobson at his back. Hughes again. His pointing is still forward. Mexon looking for Brightwell. Cut out by Milligan. Curls run it back. Niall Quinn. Gary Mexon. Quinn again. David White. Mexon's going on. White doesn't need him. 19 minutes gone. David White opens the scoring for Manchester City. Back in the right back spot now. Fleming in towards Ritchie this time. Marshall couldn't control it. Now he's found Graham Sharp. And Graham Sharp has found the net. Ritchie this time, tossing it in towards Fleming. Redmond the buffer. Marshall down. Henry to hold it. It's ceaseless pressure. Sharp waiting. Sharp scoring. 2 in 10 minutes for Graham Sharp. 2 in 10 minutes for those Oldham fans to celebrate. Oldham 2-1 up.
Presumably Tillis up from McMahon. The shot, great save from Woods, Houghton, and Liverpool take the lead.
A great save initially from Woods, but Houghton followed up. Worthington. It's a searching cross, and suddenly Harkes! Superb header! Worthington's cross, and up gets Harkes. 1-1.
Everton in yellow, with 3 straight wins behind them, made a confident start at Chelsea. Pat Nevin marking his pilgrimage home with glimpses of his old Stamford Bridge sorcery. Dave Besant suitably mesmerised, allowing John Ebbrell's shot to slip through his grasp after half an hour. But Mike Newell missed a couple of precious chances to extend the lead, and when a red Dave Watson error left Neville Southall uncertain, Kevin Wilson made Everton pay a painful price. With 15 minutes left to play, Chelsea took the lead. Hint of a foul there by Townsend, but how now does little Dennis Wise beat Keown and Hinchcliffe to the cross? The question I dare say Howard Kendall is asking. The answer to most of his problems at the moment being provided by Peter Beardsley. 4 minutes left to play. Kenneth Moncow caught dawdling Beardsley's 8th goal in 6 games, worth a point. He was certainly worth $1 million, wasn't he?
It's somewhat ironic that a Midlands derby should be settled by a Zimbabwe international whose native language is Matabele, but then the career of Peter Unlove is full of twists and turns. It may yet have a surprising finish. Terry Butcher's hoping so.
Knocked in for Gray. Poor clearance. And away goes Mark Pembridge. Can he get a good cross in? Harford! What a goal! Draper trying to get it through, and Turner's ball down, and it's a penalty. Johnson, he scores.
Ian Wright's replacement Marco Gabbiadini missed the game through injury, and Palace certainly missed him after Queen's Park Rangers threw off the cobwebs of their sluggish start to the season with a crisp Simon Barker opener after just 5 minutes. Andy Sinton's silky running created both the Rangers' goals, though Andy Gray looked to be waving him through when Sinton decided the 4 might be a better option. Roy Wegley certainly couldn't argue and tucked the penalty neatly under Nigel Martin. For Steve Coppell's side, certainly not one to kiss a game goodbye. 2 goals in 2 minutes were to follow. Mark Bright must feel almost lonely without Ian Wright. He slid in the first. Maybe he's just about to emerge from right shadow. It was Andy Gray's thumping free kick that caught Jan Stejskal at odds with himself to set up a rousing finish from Stan Cullimore, pinching a point with just 7 minutes left.
Nottingham Forest, with Des Walker back in action as a sub, had an up-and-down sort of day against West Ham. Up when Gaynor and Sheringham combined to tee up Ian Wone's first goal of the season after just 4 minutes. But down by half-time. Mike Small is a name high in the First Division scoring lists. West Ham paid Brighton less than £500,000 for him. Good business. Small in business again yesterday, swivelling to equalise. He then made the most of a cruel penalty award against Forest Steve Chettle on the stroke of half-time. Intent to handle? Well, the referee thought so. Small stepped up to guide the 8th goal of his season through Mark Crossley's despairing dive. There were 13 minutes remaining when Forest forced themselves level with Teddy Sheringham's first goal for them at the City Ground, before Colin Foster on his return to the City Ground inadvertently teed him up. 2-2 the final score.